Pavita must have a hole in his mask, right? You know, for all that hair. I want to see his mask without him actually wearing it. It also kind of reminds me of Jafar when he turns into a genie from Disney's classic Aladdin. And then he kind of reminds me of Aladdin too. Oh my god. Did I just push the boat out here? Hello everyone and welcome to the more sped up video of me drawing and painting Pavita Brabaka. If you would, however, like to watch my process unfold in more detail, then I'll link the video of the more in detail footage up above, and that is 49-minute long. More music and less talking. A reel of mine recently went pretty viral over on Instagram where I showcased today's works of this sketchbook spread. So if you're joining me today because you came across that reel, then thank you for joining me as well. Ever so grateful for you being here. That's on like 2 million views now. That still blows my mind that I can just express my creativity with you all and just share something that brings me pure joy, and then I'm able to give you guys pure joy from it as well. It means so much. Now, I know that I explained this in the last video a little, but I'm going to say it again. I without a doubt believe that Pavita is the most uniquely created of all the Spider-Men. Like, he wasn't even bit by a spider. It wasn't science that gave him his powers, it was magic. He received his powers from a yogi who gave him the essence of a spider, making his powers more spiritual than the other Spideys, and most of all mystical. Ooh. I embrace magic in my everyday life, be it burning some sage to clear those energy, like those negative blocks, charge some crystals under the full moon, or just give thanks to the universe. And I always keep a very open mind. Now, I'm not saying that Pavita Brabaka does all these things, but the element of spirituality is truly there. So I instantly gravitated towards the character and just had to draw him, paint him, just express something of his pure embrace. So I love the Indian culture, giving thanks to the gods and goddesses. For example, you can pray to the deity Rama for protection. Now, I could talk about spirituality for days, but I shan't today. Maybe in another video. I've also always been a very witchy woman, magically driven, so you can see how I gravitated towards him. So even one of my favourite movies growing up was The Little Princess, which still has a place in my heart to this day. A mastery of visual storytelling where a little girl arrives at a boarding school in New York, Manhattan, all the way from India. And the little girl soon realises that all is not how it was for her in India. The little girl Sarah brings with her enchanting stories from India, which one of the teachers tries to forbid her telling to her classmates. She soon learns that her life won't be as credible as it once was in India. After her arrival at the school, the little girl is stripped from her beautiful things and plunged into an orphan-like status, having already come from an upper-class background. She is forced to remain in an attic far from the delightfulness of India. Now, this is where she draws a circle with a tiny piece of chalk around her for protection and makes friends with a tiny little mouse. Now, I could talk about this movie for days, and I highly recommend that you do watch it. The visual storytelling of India is stunning, with Rama and Sita. On the verge of giving up, the little girl Sarah clings to her imagination. The power of her imagination, from which she once learned in India, becomes crucial to her survival as she starts to visualize the joy she experienced back in India. So I will give you some prior warning. The movie is a bit of a tearjerker, but it does have a truly, truly happy ending. But when I think of India, I always gravitate back to this movie. It had such an impact on me when I was a child, and it still does to this day. So I couldn't not mention it in today's video. So yeah, go give it a watch. So I have personally been going through a lot of dilemmas recently, which I'm probably going to openly express to you guys somewhere down the line. I've got a lot going on in my personal life at the moment, and when I think back to this movie, I do remember how the power of the imagination helped aid in her survival alone in that cold, dark attic. And I really do believe the power of creating something in and of itself means so much and more. Just picking up a pencil, a pen, or whatever you want to utilize can help aid into just mental survival in general. It keeps you afloat, you know? And I know that without art and without creating and without drawing and painting over the years, I don't know what I would have done, you know? Like, it's just a complete part of me. It's who I am. It's all of my sense of being. Without creating, I guess there's nothing.
Coffee cups and cigarettes laying around the room. I don't mind a little mess, just wanna stay with you, and we'll do anything that we want today. Won't be scared of falling down no more. So take me away to some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh, my Indian summer, take me away. I ain't afraid, calling your name. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. We are green under the sun, we do our best to hide innocence fading away as we learn the truth, and we'll be anything that we wanna be. Gonna get what's coming anyway. So take me away to some other place. Don't wanna wait. Oh, my Indian summer, take me away. I ain't afraid, calling your name. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. Oh, my Indian summer. We've crossed the borderline into our dream. Nothing will ever be as real as this. The flames won't burn our skin. We're thick as thieves, and we know what we do. We live on like an echo. Oh, so take me away